Okay, today what I'd like to do is share with you an old dinner table trick that I learned years ago. It involves three basic elements of physics, and that's leverage, balance, and gravity. And to demonstrate right here how I got this idea to turn it into a kinetic sculpture, which I'm going to take you outside in a little bit and show you a couple that I've created, but to demonstrate how it works. What I'm going to use is a glass and a fork, a spoon, and a toothpick. So first of all, what we're going to do, we're going to interlock the fork and the spoon by pushing together on these tangs. Okay, here's the glass. Here we got a toothpick, and what we're going to do is find the center of balance, and we're going to put it just about right in this area. I think we'll do it. Okay, now why doesn't it fall off the side? It's because the center of balance is right where it's touching on the glass. We have weight out on the end that's past this center of balance, and it's why it doesn't fall off on this side is because this weight is creating the torque or leverage to hold it up onto the side without falling off due to the gravity. So what we're going to do is just to show you that it's for real. I had it up here once. I thought I practiced this so we don't have to put up with this. Stop it for a minute, Patty. Okay, you can start anytime.
Maybe.
Okay, got it back up on balance. So just to really make it interesting, we're going to burn off the excess on both sides of this thing. Well, it almost worked. I think you can get the idea. So what I'm going to do now is take you outside and show you a bigger version of this. And it's going to be a kinetic sculpture, and outside it will move with the wind, and it's kind of an interesting thing to watch. Okay, so we'll take a break and go outside. Okay, what I've got here is a pile of wood, and what it is, it's an Australian tea tree that I came across. A construction worker friend of mine called me up one day, and he was on a job where they had to tear out this tree in the backyard of a house over in Santa Monica. And he says, this tree is very unusual. It's really got a lot of artistic value to it, and I thought you might be interested. That's what he told me, and so I went over there, and sure enough, I found out that what this is a tree that was originally transplanted from Australia, and it's called an Australian tea tree, and it grows kind of like the banyan trees in Hawaii. It's more like a vine than it is a tree. But anyway, I captured a lot of the smaller pieces of wood, and you can see how it is. There's no solid wood. It's all just vines like that are all fused together. So I'm going to see if we can pick out some pieces here that we can make them work. I'm going to try to find the center of balance and see if we can get this thing to work. A lot of interesting pieces there that what we're going to do, let's see if we can find the way to stand this guy up, which I think we can. Alright. We got a couple other pieces here that might work. Maybe this will work right over here. There's the center of balance. You got a bigger one over here. Let's see what happens if we put this guy over here. Here we've got leverage and gravity and balance all working together. And no matter how you put the base underneath it, it doesn't have to be level. It can be at any angle. The fact that everything is found at center of balance on the pieces that are moving, it's kind of like a gyroscope. It'll stay balanced wherever you put it. So this is kind of an organic piece. I turned this idea, thought, well, maybe I'd try something more contemporary, more modern, make it like a piece a CEO would have on his desk for a toy. When he gets a lot of stress, he can play with it. So what I did, went out in my scrap pile, had a piece of granite, a piece of alabaster, some aluminum, and I put these pieces all together, and I got a textured surface here and a textured surface on the aluminum. Anyway, this was some scrap square tubing. It was all rusty. I cleaned it up, put it together. I also put some added weight on the inside of this tubing to throw the center of balance way off on one end. So let's see what happens. Put this guy up here. Kind of interesting. No matter what you do, it stays in balance. That'll probably go for 5 minutes, just like that. There's zero friction because of the small contact points. Anyway, it's kind of a fun thing to do. I thought I'd share that with you. That's it.